Yoga can help alleviate varicose vein symptoms by improving circulation, reducing pressure on veins, strengthening leg muscles, and enhancing flexibility. Here are a few poses and asanas that help with varicose veins.
You're going to move close to a wall space and use your blocks or your stool to deepen your forward fold. So you're going to turn towards the wall. You're going to place your palms at about your waist height. From there, start walking your feet back and see if you can get your chest parallel to the floor. Okay, your weight again here is not shifting backwards. It's at the center. Your palms are firm on the wall, chest is parallel, your ears are in line with your arms. Now, if this itself is too much of a stretch for you at the back of your legs, you want to just stay here first, start allowing the body to get used to this. If you're very comfortable, see if you can walk your palms a little lower. Here again, try not to lock the knees. Tiny bend, just like a micro bend, so your legs are comfortable. Still very comfortable. Exhale, walk down a little bit more. Still very comfortable, take your palms to the blocks. You'll notice that I'm not rushing to get my head down towards my knees. I'm focusing on getting my belly closer to my thighs. Now from there, if you are still very comfortable, you can reduce the height of the block, bring it a little closer to you. Every time I reduce the height of the block, my belly is going closer, chest is going closer towards my knees. Still very comfortable, reduce the height again, bring the blocks closer, fold forward. Notice my hips are in line with my heels, they are not shifting backwards. Okay? From there, if you are still very comfortable, you're going to take your fingertips and tuck them underneath your toes. Lengthen the spine. As you exhale, bend your elbows and see if you can get your head down closer towards your thighs. You can take a few breaths here. Ujjayi breathing if you can. Inhale and lift the chest up. Still very comfortable. We're going to tuck further and see if we can get all the way palm underneath the foot. So it goes all the way up till your wrist. Now take an inhale. Again, weight not shifting towards the heel. Exhale and fold forward. Breathe. 1, 2, 3. Length coming from the lower back, not only the hamstring. So keep drawing your navel in. Use the strength from the belly. 3 more breaths. 3, 2, 1. Inhale and lift the chest up. Bring the palms towards the waist on exhale. Inhale and come all the way up to standing and step the feet back together. Samasthiti.
Tadasana. For Tadasana, start by standing with your feet close together. Interlock your fingers. Turn your palms outwards. Take a deep breath in, keeping your elbows straight. Inhale, lift your arms straight up and also lift your heels. Now exhale, come down. Let's do this a few more times. Inhale, stretch your arms up. And exhale, slowly come down. Once again, inhale, stretch your arms up. Feel that stretch in your shoulders, upper back. Lift your heels. Fix your gaze at a single point in front of you. And slowly exhale, come back down and relax.
Slowly lift the right knee up into your chest. You can bring your hands to your hips and stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take it into tree, Vrikshasana. Sole of your right foot against the left thigh. You can bring it anywhere above or below your knee, depending on how you're comfortable. Bring your hands to your heart. And if you're comfortable, lift your hands up and stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release your right leg, shake the legs out. And let's repeat on the other side. Shift the weight onto the right leg, fix your drishti, hopefully it's the same drishti. Bring your left knee up into your chest, hands on your hips and stay for 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Vrikshasana. Embody the strength and the lightness of a tree. Strong from the legs and light in the upper body. The more you root down, the more lightness you feel. 3, 2 and 1. Slowly bring that left leg down, shake the legs out.
Shoulder stand or Sarvangasana. If you are on your period, I'm going to advise against it. So if you are on your period, you can just lie down and legs go to 90 degrees. If it's in your practice or if you're trying this, do it with caution. From here, allow your hands to come onto your hips.
Lifting the hips up slowly with the hands. Placing the hands not underneath of the hips but underneath, or rather behind the rib cage, all while pointing the toes up in the air. Try to get your spine as erect as possible, and you can make this happen by just clenching the core muscles. Just keeping still for a while. Remembering to breathe. In this pose we often forget to breathe. Slowly coming down vertebrae by vertebrae with control. Gently bringing the feet back down towards the very base of the mat. Adjust yourself so that you are in the center of the mat. Allowing the breath to flow, allowing the blood flow to come back to your body. Spending a second here, bringing the breathing back to normal for a few seconds. Now we're going to take Shavasana, that works on the central nervous system, improves immunity and digestion. I'm going to stay here for about 5 to 7 counts, but feel free to extend the Shavasana for about 5 to 10 minutes or as long as you need. Allow every single muscle in the body to just relax, including the fingertips, the toes. Closing the eyes, and whenever you feel ready, planting the feet back on the floor, turning towards the right side of your body,
And gently coming back into seat.